We're only about a third of the way through this list, and I'm just loading this thing with S tiers. We've got another S tier, Herman Miller Gaming Embody. I have put this thing in S tier for like 3 years now. For me, another chair that just checks all the boxes. Ridiculously adjustable. The movement that you get out of the backrest and the seat is really, really good. I love the range of movement and the flexibility. The build quality, second to none. It's Herman Miller. Great policies, good return policy. It's S tier all day for me.
Yeah, I think what Ryan said, it's an awesome chair for sure. I mean, the build on this thing is incredible. It looks super cool from a chair standpoint. As long as you're a chair nerd, I think you're going to think it's pretty dang cool. It's very comfortable in the seat with the pixelated seat system. I like the backrest a lot too. The only thing I personally don't like, which I'm on record stating, is that this always, for whatever reason, with my height at just about 6 foot, this curls my shoulders over just enough to make it uncomfortable for longer sitting periods. But like these arm pads, super soft. They are not maybe as adjustable like with the adjustment numbers that it has, but they're super big pads and they cover as much range as I need. And obviously Herman Miller's got great policies. The only thing I don't love is that they charge you now $99 to return their chairs. But I get it. A lot of people are buying multiple chairs and probably firing them all back at them. So I understand why they're doing it. But still, it's hard to beat. I'm going to go A+ on this.
I'm going to be with Ryan at that S tier. I love this big, wide seat. You can kind of move around in a little bit, and it has some flexibility. Again, that backrest, lots of flexibility. I'm able to kind of take away some of that shoulder roll by edging out the backrest. You can actually change the backrest tilt independent from the recline. That kind of helps fix that issue for me. And again, like Greg said, it's a great looking chair if that matters to you. So I'm going to be at that S tier. Next up, the Neutral Posture 8000. This chair has those really thick pads. It's a little different style than a lot of the other chairs we've seen so far on the list. For me personally, I prefer the thinner pads that are easier to move around in, have the flexibility, but at the same time, you can't deny how good it feels to sit down in that kind of cush. Our salespeople here have just been raving about this chair for years, and basically that chair just sits in their department all the time. So I'm going to put this at a B. It does have a good warranty, so that helps keep it up in that higher level.
For me, this chair's kind of tough just because I really like a ton of stuff on the chair. I think it's a very well-made chair. It feels very, very solid. You're buying from a reputable company that's been in the industry for years, so you're getting a good warranty. And I think the headrest is one of the only headrests I've ever seen that can compete or probably beat that gesture headrest. Armrests are incredibly adjustable, more adjustable than even maybe the gesture, and the arm pads are really, really soft. The one thing that I don't like about the chair, which is kind of the deal breaker for me, why I wouldn't be able to use it, is just the recline is just a standard center tilt recline, and the reason is because the chair is so adjustable that you can adjust the seat pan, adjustable of the backrest, adjustable everywhere, or independently, of the backrest and seat. And so it just puts you in a weird spot where your knees are coming up when you recline, and I don't love that. And so I'm just going to keep it right where it is at a B tier.
This is a pretty interesting chair because it has an S-tier headrest all day. It has S-tier arm pads all day. They're super adjustable. They spin 360 degrees. They're incredibly soft. They're like widely adjustable with the width, the pivot. I mean, seriously, they go in every position that you could ever imagine. Like Ryan said, the recline's a little bit weird just because you actually have the lever here for an independent back angle, which is not something that you see on a lot of chairs, which for some actually could be a good thing, I think. For me personally, it's just a little bit more than I want to do, but when you get back in this kickback position like this, I can definitely see why the guys in the sales team, they definitely love this one for sure. Honestly, I give this a B in comfort, but I'd say it's just like the last chair where it was the X chair, where I actually knocked it a little bit. It's a 25% restocking fee, and then you have a warranty that's got a much shortened upholstery coverage, so it's like 12 years and then 3 years. I don't knock it as much for that as I do the return restocking fee, and that's pretty much standard everywhere you're going to get this chair. So I give it a B-. NightWatch Commander, this is going to be our chair. This is a chair that we released this year. We actually have two different versions. This is the fabric upholstered version. There's also a leather. If you want to have a little bit softer seat, softer backrest, you'll notice the difference on this one. You definitely sink in it a little bit more. This is overall a big chair for sure. So if you're like 5'10", 5'9", you're definitely gonna need a footrest if you want to use this one. I'm just tall enough to make this work for me, but it does have that knee tilt. I would say for me personally, because I'm the one who designed the chair, I actually love this chair. There's just a couple things that I wish were a little bit better on it personally. Number one would be to get the arms just a little bit narrower on the chair overall, and then to have just a little bit softer seat for some people. But otherwise, I'm going A+ on comfort, and I've given this one an A+ for the overall score just because we've got a 12-year warranty, free shipping, and free returns for 60 days, and they actually bring it in your house to kind of get you set up because it's heavy. So A+.
Yeah, this chair is definitely built like a tank, but yet it doesn't necessarily feel like it's just some industrial chair. It does have really good comfort. It has a nice adjustable headrest. You can really pivot it in all different directions. Kind of think of it a little bit like your car headrest. You can move it up and down, but then also pull it forward. So that's one of the best features about it. I like Greg, also like that fabric version. It's my favorite. Has a little bit extra cushion in the seat there. And you also do save a little bit of money with that fabric version. So I'm going to go a solid A here.
Yeah, this is an interesting one to score because it's a very niche type product, right? Like Greg said, it was specifically designed for mainly taller individuals that are having a tough time finding a chair that's just tall and not necessarily wide. And then we also have a version that's also big and tall. So caters more towards people that aren't necessarily going to be my size. So I don't necessarily fit in the chair. Like Greg said, someone like me, I'm going to have to use a footrest. The armrests aren't going to be quite as narrow enough for me. But for the people that it's built for, this thing is incredibly comfortable. The seat pad, the back pad are really comfortable. You got nice soft armrest. The headrest is super unique. The one thing that I would personally change if I was going to use this chair or to redesign it would just be to maybe have a different style mechanism, but you can't really do that and have such a bulky, well-built chair that's going to hold like 500 pounds plus. So I understand the whole design concept, what it is and who it's catering for 100% all day long. It's an A-tier chair. I just don't necessarily fit in it. So for like me personally, I would rank it a little bit lower for me, but that's not really who it's meant for. So I'm going to go with an A-. So a little bit lower just because I can't use it, but I really shouldn't be ranking it in the first place, to be honest. So
if you want to see how we rank all of the most popular chairs, head over to BTODtv to see our full office chair tier list. Click the link in the description.